Hey guys, it's Vid. Welcome back to the channel, and I recently picked up the Whoop fitness tracker, and some of you guys might be wondering, why did I buy the Whoop despite only upgrading my Apple Watch to the newest one a few weeks ago? Well, I've been seeing the Whoop device being used a lot more often in the gym, and I wanted to see for myself whether I would like the Apple Watch or the Whoop better for fitness related items, but I also wanted to help you guys decide which of these two you should buy. So in today's video, I'm going to be comparing the two on a wide variety of topics to help you guys decide which device to buy. So let's not waste any more time and dive right in. Let's start off by comparing the two devices side by side, starting off with the Apple Watch. Now, Apple is trying to make you believe that the Apple Watch is a full-blown health device, and while that is more and more the case with these newer generations, that is not the main purpose I see for most users out there. In fact, I think the main reason Apple wants you to buy the Apple Watch is to immerse yourself more into the Apple ecosystem. In terms of Apple Watch apps, most iPhone apps, such as Weather, Mail, Messages, and Spotify, just to name a few things, have their own dedicated app versions on the watch. You can stream and play music straight from the watch and listen to things like podcasts. That is in stark contrast to the Whoop device, which is a full-blown fitness device and has no screen or display at all to minimize any distractions. If you want to listen to your music or listen to a podcast while you're wearing the Whoop device, you have to have your phone around on you. The Whoop device relies mainly on your phone, as all of its data is going to be displayed right onto the Whoop app on your phone, compared to the Apple Watch, in which many of the apps can display your data right in real time. In terms of styling these two devices, starting off with the Apple Watch, you can get more premium case materials, one example being the titanium model that I have right here with this Milanese loop band. However, the Apple Watch is always going to look like a gadget no matter how much you want to style it up. In terms of the Whoop, it's always going to have that sporty aesthetic regardless of which band you decide to go with your Whoop device. However, I do find the Whoop a little less out there, as some people have just mistaken the Whoop device as a bracelet. However, everybody knows what an Apple Watch looks like. We've had 10 generations. Now let's talk about the comfort of both of these devices. Starting off with the Whoop tracker, I definitely find the Whoop a lot more comfortable, mainly because it is a lot lighter and it's my preferred device for sleep tracking. That's not to say that the Apple Watch is not comfortable. I do find the Apple Watch pretty comfortable, even when paired with something like this metal band that I'm wearing right now. However, if you want to go for the most comfort in an Apple Watch, pair it with one of the Sport Loops. The Sport Loop is the most comfortable band out there, and I have yet to find a band that is more comfortable than these. In terms of the heart rate monitors, both of these are going to have them, however, they both operate differently. The Whoop has an always-on heart rate monitor, and this actually helps it out in the case of various health metrics, more on that later. The Apple Watch's heart rate monitor is not as often as the Whoop's, however, I am surprised at how accurate it is. In fact, when I had my old Apple Watch, I would compare it to the hospital monitors, and I would actually be very surprised at how close it comes to those devices. In terms of the weightlifting workout tracking, both of these devices are able to do that. However, one of these devices does a much better job with that, and that is the Whoop tracker. Now, the Apple Watch is not a bad device for weightlifting tracking. However, I don't find it the most accurate. On some days, I've seen very high calorie burn. Some days have even shown over 1,000 calories in terms of calorie burn during my weightlifting workouts. But once I got the Whoop device and compared them both side to side, I realized that the Apple Watch is not very good at calculating calories burned during weightlifting workouts. Another thing that I really like about the Whoop device is that it calculates my strain in real time throughout my workout. The Apple Watch does allow you to enter training load on weightlifting workouts, however, this is a manual process compared to the Whoop, which is going to calculate it automatically multiple times throughout a typical workout. In terms of the cardio workouts, I actually prefer the Apple Watch over the Whoop tracker for this. The reason why is that the Apple Watch comes with GymKit. What GymKit allows me to do is that it automatically synchronizes my watch to whatever workout machine I'm using, and this actually allows the Apple Watch to automatically pause the workout when I pause it on the machine. It also allows it to read all of the metrics from the machine and display it right into my workout app. leading to much better consistency between the two devices. As compared to my Whoop, there is not really any technology that allows me to synchronize it with the Whoop. In terms of the sleep tracking, the Apple Watch does a pretty good job with this, but it is a very basic sleep report. Now, it is going to give you your 4 sleep stages, which are awake, core, REM, and deep sleep. And there's also a Vitals app which can report your heart rate, respiratory rate, your wrist temperature, as well as your sleep time. And I think that it does a pretty good job overall. However, it doesn't really give you that many insights on how you can improve your sleep or give you any tips on how you can improve your sleep. The Whoop does a much better job when it comes to the sleep tracking. It's going to compare the amount of sleep that you had last night to the amount of sleep that it suggests in order to perform your best. It compares your sleep to the last 30 days and even give you some metrics in terms of sleep for the past week. In terms of those 5 main metrics for sleep tracking, they're going to be sleep performance, sleep hours versus sleep time needed, time in bed, restorative sleep, and lastly, sleep efficiency. Now, I use all of these metrics. I don't really pay the closest attention. The one I pay the most attention is to the sleep time needed. I try to increase the amount of time I spend sleeping to try to help improve my recovery scores as much as possible. There are a few metrics that the Whoop measures that the Apple Watch does not measure, and I actually find these 3 metrics very useful. The first one is strain, and this is measured by taking the cardiovascular load as well as the muscular load during the workouts. It also does measure regular day strain, and I find this very helpful as it allows me to understand how good my workouts were, but also how much strain I take on in a day. The other one is the recovery metric, and this is measured using the heart rate variability, your resting heart rate, respiratory rate, as well as your sleep performance. And this is the one that I use the most, as the goal is to try to stay in the green. And as I've seen, I have spent many days in the green, but there's also some days that I need extra recovery. My favorite feature in terms of all of the Whoop's health metrics is the stress monitoring feature. Now, I use this a lot as I notice on many days I am feeling more stressed than usual. The Whoop takes an in-the-moment stress reading by measuring both your heart rate and your heart rate variability. Now, the goal is to try to stay out of the orange zone as much as possible. I notice on many days I'm in the orange a lot. I want to try to get it in the blue as much as possible, and it even gives some exercises on how you can reduce that stress level. Personally, I don't really use these. I probably should, because I notice on many days I am feeling more stressed than usual. In terms of the battery life, this one is a clear win for the Whoop tracker. In fact, on a single charge, I can easily get 2 to 3 days of use, and that includes activities such as workout tracking and sleep tracking. In terms of the Apple Watch, I don't think the battery life is honestly that bad. In fact, I can easily get through most of the day with a single charge. However, if I want to use my Apple Watch for both workout tracking and sleep tracking on the same day, I can't use that on a single charge. I definitely will need to charge the device in between activities. Now, the Apple Watch does charge really fast, and I do find the fast charging really convenient. However, don't expect to get a full day of use out of the Apple Watch's battery. To answer your question of which device you should actually get, Apple Watch or Whoop, I think it all comes down to what you value. If you want to get the widest variety of health data, get the Whoop tracker. This device gives you way more health data than the Apple Watch. However, the Apple Watch is still a great option for many users. It gives you a balance of some tech features and convenience, but it also allows you to get some health monitoring and health data. In fact, I think that for me personally, and for some of you guys watching, I think the best solution would be to buy both devices, as the Apple Watch gives you some features that you're not going to find on the Whoop that are really convenient for day-to-day use, such as the fact that the Apple Watch is a full-blown wrist computer with many iPhone features right on your wrist. However, you might also value having all that health data available, and that's exactly what I value about having both of these devices, which is why I decide to wear both instead of just choosing one or the other. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys found this video informative, and I hope I was able to help you guys decide which of these devices to buy. If you like this video and you want to see more videos in the future, you already know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That's all I got for today. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.